Hi, my name is Ashley Smith, and I'm currently a second grade teacher at Providence Elementary. Before I taught at Providence Elementary, I was a cosmetologist for about 17 years. So, what a cosmetologist is it's someone that is a stylist. Um, and though, if you're a cosmetologist, you work primarily with hair. You can when you are a cosmetologist, you are certified and you can do facials, do makeup, do manicures, pedicures, waxing, all of that, all of those things that the cosmetology field encompasses. The cosmetology program is currently for the state of Alabama, it's 1,500 clock hours. So, what that means is you would go to school like you were going to a job, and it's 40 hours a week if you go full time. And like I said, it's essentially clock hours. It took me right about 10 months to finish my cosmetology license. And after that, you have to go take a written test and a practical test. So, what the written test is it's actually a test on the computer, similar to the ACAP or something like that. And when you pass the written test, you go to take the practical test. The practical test is on a mannequin. So you have to take a mannequin into the state board place wherever they're conducting their tests, and you have to perform the services on a mannequin. So it's kind of awkward, but it is what it is. So you have to do like a haircut on the mannequin, you have to do a facial on the mannequin, you have a mannequin hand that you have to do a manicure on, you have to do highlights on a mannequin, and you have to do a perm on a mannequin and something else, I feel like. But so after you pass those two tests, then you are certified in the state of Alabama to do cosmetology. Now, if you just want to do facials, or if you just want to do manicures and pedicures, that's a different program. But like I said, with cosmetology, it encompasses all of those. With the esthetician program, it's still 1,500 clock hours, but all you can do is facials and makeup. With the manicure and pedicure certification, it's less time, but you just learn about nails and manicures and pedicures. So it's a different process. But like I said, in cosmetology, you get to do all of those. So that's a little bit of a difference there. So when I was a cosmetologist, I worked commission, which means I got a percentage of my services that I did, and the people that I worked for supplied my chemical services. So they supplied my color, they supplied perms that I did, and a place for me to work. Now, when you are a salon owner, you are responsible for all of those bills yourself, as well as any additional things like water, power, any other kind of insurances and employees that you may have. So you are responsible for those people and those services. And then I also worked as a booth renter. So I was essentially a contractor, and I would pay the people that I worked for a certain amount, and they provided the place to work and my power and all that kind of thing. But then I was responsible for the purchase of my color and all the other stuff that goes with it. So I did all those three things, and then I also worked as a cosmetology proctor, which means I monitored the state board tests, the practical part of them. So when students would get finished with cosmetology school and they go to take their practical test, I was one of the proctors that would be in the room watching the students to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that they're not cross-contaminating supplies, and they're keeping everything safe and clean. So I did a little bit of it all. But what I started out in elementary education and decided that I didn't want to be as serious of a student as I needed to be. So that's why I went to cosmetology school. And again, I said it took me about 10 months. And then I had a very successful career for about 17 years prior to becoming a teacher. So when I got a little bit older, I felt like I needed a little bit more job security, and my needs and wants had changed. So that's why I ended up going back to school to get my to finish up my childhood education.